for a position in the council. You are not able to, but the election is still going on, nonetheless, today. What should we look forward to?
Personally, okay, I'd still say there are somewhat capable candidates in these particular elections. However, it is my feeling that most of us as the young advocates, the people who we wanted to be on the ballot were not in the ballot. I was an avid supporter of Harvey, and we were operating under the hashtag age limit must fall. Because if you look at the legal system as we speak around the world, it's changing very fast to accommodate the changing climate in the rest of the economic industries. And currently what we have in LSK is a system that is 20 years behind its time. And currently the people who are running for the various LSK positions have a minimal vision of where the LSK should head. That is why initially we had decided to boycott the elections, but we changed the position. So
you'll be taking part in the election?
After this I'm going to vote.
Okay.
Because I have to make the decision on who I think would be better placed to at least push the LSK one step closer to its goal. Why I keep saying that the LSK needs to change is because right now I have a legal tech company called Lawyer, L-O-Y-A, that connects you to me, the advocate, from your Android mobile phone. Now you see that changes the general landscape of how advocates get clients and how you get your advocates. And I'm not the only one who's bringing changes into the legal sector. I have colleagues who have brought different aspects into the legal sector, yet the LSK is still stuck behind in time. We needed leaders who could envision where the LSK is going.
So the biggest problem within LSK is the age, the requirements for age limits for various positions.
Because it's the same people who've been, you see currently the requirement for president is 15 years. So 15 years, it means you've been in practice for 15 years.
of experience.
Exactly. But 15 years of experience doing the same thing, day in, day out, no shaking in your position, no change in the marketplace, because, I mean, what do lawyers do? Draft the same documents over and over.
Interesting. We'll be looking forward to seeing how that pans out. Thank you so much, Senator Kimani Wamatangi.
I thought we were going to have a
I have no clue.
We are Kenyans. We know what happens in
Senator, by all means, this could be your final comment as well. I'll give you each 30 seconds to comment on the LSK elections.
Can I go first?
Yes, go ahead.
Right, yeah, because of respect for the Senate.
Yes, okay.
Well, LSK is a premier bar association that has a very important responsibility of advising the government, the lawyers, and the general public on administration of justice. So it's a very critical organ of the law fraternity that should be safeguarded. I agree that certain laws that they enacted under LSK Act are quite, are not in sync with the expectation of the general public, that you have to have attained 15 years of experience in order to become president. But there is a rider to it. Having served as a council member, you can still run even if you have not attained the 15-year experience. Similarly, when you go to the Supreme Court, you must have practiced for 10 years. This young girl here cannot present any case before the Supreme Court. You must have had 15 years of experience. So I think the LSK elections are critical. Twice it has been postponed. So I think today is the big day. If they did not bar Nelson Harvey, the council, from participating, then he won early in the morning. But now, today we have Justice Mwamu together with Gishuhi, who are going to face the ballot. But what I saw from the last elections is that many lawyers who are outside Nairobi have a penchant for their own outside the suburbs. So
they don't like the lawyers from the city.
They think, they will be dictatorial like Jubilee and many other things. So they will then support one of their own to represent them.
Jubilee member, you're eager to defend
first, Fred, it's a bit unfortunate that you think that we don't have anything to say about LSK. So you're ending the show without giving us a...
Sorry for that, Senator.
The LSK is a very important body in this country. They've played a very major role. And it's good for us to remember that right from the days of the struggle of multipartism and even the repeal of sections of the Constitution, like Section 2A, members of LSK and subsequent heads of LSK have played a very major role, wholly and singularly, in advancing the cause of democracy in this country. And so it's a very important outfit in this country. So we have a lot to say. One, let me say that I believe, listening to this young lawyer here,
Rose Wanjala.
Rose, I know. That I hear she's got brilliant ideas, and she's got a bright future from some of the few things I've had to say this morning. And so I would say to her, don't give it up, keep fighting.
Next time.
Yeah, sure. And then two, that I would have thought that because going into the elections as you prepared, you and the other young lawyers knew that indeed these conditions of participation in the election already exist. So probably one would want to know, why didn't you take action first, probably to go and challenge those conditions or requirements before pronouncing candidature way before, so that you would not have been bad. Maybe it would have been a good thing. Now, thirdly, as I know she's going to answer.
Unfortunately, we don't have much time.
Thirdly, Fred, I was also a bit surprised, and I'm sure probably many of us are. This position, although I hear from the grapevine that it's also a shortcut to either finding your route to being called senior counsel in case you've served there, but I didn't know that it is so lucrative, sometimes even more than being a member of parliament, that running for a position in LSK, you can go and advertise in the whole country on billboards for 3 months continuously. You know how expensive that is? That you go to Mombasa, you find a billboard for...
If you are lawyer, you'll be running for LSK.
I mean, and I asked myself, what does this position carry that would necessitate somebody to go and spend all those millions to be in billboards and whatever? And so...
It is a very competitive election.
I guess there could be more than meets the eye, just in the position. There must be other benefits that would make somebody,
I'll only allow Rose to say something with regard to that very briefly, because we need to end the show.
You see, it's not about lucrativeness with LSK. It's about the ability to chart the path of the legal future of this country.
Okay.
And you see, like I keep saying, we are behind legally, and we need to meet the rest of the standards of the world. Otherwise, we will not be able to play at an international standard, which is something I would expect that my colleagues here would be supporting me. Because we know very soon you'll need to bring something to your constituents that is going to put them at an even par with a country in the EU. Or with a country, with one of the U.S. countries. And who are the people who are supposed to make sure that there are laws that safeguard the people of Kenya, at the same time giving them an even par in the international market?
Okay.
This is why we are pushing for change. We need the vision.
Okay.
And people like me who are trying to even out the playing field, people like me who are trying to make sure that the lawyer in Kenya can compete with the lawyer in the US and the lawyer in the UK, are the ones who should be taking these seats in these positions in the LSK.
Wow.
Not people who do not have a vision.
Well
for the
said.
LSK at all.
Rose Wanjala, a lawyer, she was initially vying for a member of the council and the Law Society. She was barred from doing so because she has not attained the required age for that particular position. Thank you so much for your time, Rose Wanjala. Thank you so much, Senator Kimani Wamatangi from Kiambu, and Jared Okelo, MP Nyando, helping us look at the headlines this morning. Not much to be said. Miguna has raised a storm over defaced passport. Apparently, it was presented in court, and it has a hole through it. Well, those are the headlines this morning. Pub breakfast still continues. Chef Ali Mandri is in the house. Do stand by for some sumptuous breakfast. My name is Fred Ndimuli. Have a good morning.